All right, what up, everybody? This is Joe Fucarino, Therapy Without a Degree, Chapter 9, I believe. Chapter 9. Here to my left, we have...
Hitomi Takata.
There it is. And we have a special guest in the house today.
Jesse Cowell.
Yeah, he goes by the name of... One more time.
Jesse Cowell.
There it is.
That's right.
You have a celebrity name.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty...
I don't know. He's probably a distant relative, but I don't want any relation to him.
What if you're him, though?
Well, oh, God. How does that work? I don't want to grow up to be him. I mean, what if maybe he went back in time and I'm actually... I don't know. I don't know how that works, but I don't
You never know. You
him.
could be Jesse Cowell. Yep.
Well, there is an artist from a long time ago named Noel Cowell, and the myth in my family is that I'm related to him. So.
All right. No. But anyway, just glad you're here.
All right.
Glad you're here. I've been waiting for this guy to come on.
Word.
I've been slacking on my Mackin' a little bit, but...
You've been slacking on your Mac?
But tonight I had nothing to do, and I was like, yo, fuck it. Like, I got some shit to speak about. Let's do this.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
I'll try and keep the profanity to a minimum.
No, it's cool. We all for the profanity.
Bring that shit up.
We want all that profanity.
Because I curse too much, and Joe barely curses, so he makes me
Well,
look bad.
I curse.
I mean, cursing...
I don't know what you're talking about.
But cursing is also a sign of impassioned honesty, so...
There you go.
Explain that.
Impassioned
Break that down.
honesty. It means that when you curse, you're adding a bold to whatever you're saying. You know, you're putting whatever you're saying in bold. So,
Okay.
Underline, highlight that shit.
Yeah.
Italicize that.
Well, then I do it a lot because I curse a lot. I always curse a lot of shit out.
Yeah.
But fuck you. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
That's right.
So you said you had a topic someone kind of relayed to you and wanted you to talk about.
I think it's an open-ended topic too, because I think it applies to all of us at some point or another in our lives where we get to one stage in life and we feel like we're comfortable, and then we find out that we're actually not. We get too comfortable in one place, and we find that we're holding ourselves back from fulfilling our full potential, and I think in this society, we got to make money, we got to pay the bills. That's great, but at the same time, if you have the ability to, you always have to challenge yourself and try and keep moving forward. And they say one door closes, another door opens. It's not like that. You have to actually close one door and then open another door. You're the one who has to open it. And I see a lot of people stagnating in life and getting themselves down and not challenging themselves. And
it's the same shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I just put that post up. You remember the shit I put up?
Which one?
It was about being comfortable. And
yeah.
Are you truly happy? I had to say the same thing because I be seeing people, and it's crazy. But what did you see someone in that's like they were getting too comfortable? What was it?
Yeah. So I got a girl. Well, not official, but it's my girl. I love the girl to death. She works at a decent job. She makes decent money, like actually pretty good money. But she just went to school. Freaking cat hair. Sorry. She just went to school. Spent a lot of money on a 4-year degree, and she got too comfortable at her job. And the job that she was at was actually way too much stress for the amount of money she's making. And I told her plenty of times, like, listen, like, you need to quit your job. You need to move forward with your life, because if you don't close that door, you're not going to, you have no impetus. You have no stimulation to open another door and move on towards what you wanted to do in the first place. And I think we got to remember what our goals are before we get into things, Like, why are you going to go to school, and why are you going to do something just to get stuck at one place in your career path? For that investment, you want to get everything back that you can. And if you're going to bust your ass and put in all that hard work, then do it for the right reason, and make it work for you, so you're constantly moving forward and learning and growing and putting something else out there.
That's...
Her job is not related to her field?
No, not at all. And she actually just completed school, and she's already getting offers for paid jobs that are related to her field, but for whatever reason or another, she doesn't want to do it because it's a pay cut. And I'm telling her, listen, like, do it.
In her field.
Yeah. It's in her field, and it's a step. You know, you're not going to get from A to Z. Like, you got to start at B just because you got the degree. Oh, rhyming now. Just because. Just because.
Jesse with the bar. By the way, he does have bars.
Yeah, and once in a while. But, I mean, you got to, like, one thing I've learned recently in life is, like, I know what my full capacity is, but I wanted to get from A to Z, and that made me not even want to take the step to B. I just wanted to skip the whole fucking alphabet and go straight to Z. Oh, I'm not going to work at this shitty job. I'm not going to work at this shitty job and get taken advantage of. That's not how it works, you know? You bust your ass. If you get taken advantage of, keep it moving. You know, you find a niche, a place in life where you excel and your hard work pays off. And no matter what career field you go into, no matter what you do with your life, even if it's a hobby, you do it until it starts paying off and it works for you. And I think that's something that a lot of people are forgetting nowadays. I think we all do at some point. You know, we just gotta sit in our own shit until we get sick of it. And,
yeah.
I mean,
I see a lot of people do that shit, right? Where you
get comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
With all different aspects. And then with the whole job thing, I always tell people, you can't, because what was she making good money before? Like, she's making good money with her job?
making about $3,000 a month. $3,000, $3,500, depending on how it is.
Yeah, so she's pretty content,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but then it's at the end of the day, what she really wants to do is her field, right?
Yeah.
Is that what she really wants to do, though?
That's the thing.
Or does she just do it because some people just go to school to go to school?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it's also like, yeah, I think that's a very good point. Some people think they want to do something, and then they get to a point and they're like, I'm going to step back from this. I'll just stay here because I'm not sure if I really want to go all the way over there. Because if I go any further, then I can't turn back, you know. Oh, shit, we got another cat in the building.
Yeah. Now. I don't know, yo. They just all want to be recording. Like, they never do this shit.
She got some shit to say, too.
That's probably what it is. But yeah, I feel like people sometimes they go to school and they waste all those years and then they realize that that's not what they really want to do, and they're not happy with it. And it's kind of like, it sucks, but it's like a waste of time.
I don't even think it has to be school either, like school or work, like what you're doing right now, right? You said, hey, you know, I like talking to people, I like helping people out, so you said, fuck it, let me do a podcast and talk about different topics.
Yeah. Like,
that's something that if you keep at it, like, that's going to get you somewhere, whether this is your day job or not. So I think people are focusing too much on like the fiscal aspects of it, like the
money.
Like the financials.
Of course, yeah.
And they're getting down on themselves because they think they can't pursue certain dreams, or maybe they're just lazy. Sometimes you gotta man up and accept, like, all right, I'm being a lazy shit right now. You know, I've been that person before, but I learned from it.
Well, no, I mean, you do get comfortable, and especially with money. You know, I mean, it's real hard to, when you're making good money. I was there. I made the best money in my life, and then I just walked away from it because I said, nah.
Yeah.
You know?
Where was that at?
Hasbro.
Yeah.
I made really good money there. I believe, you know, a lot of people wouldn't think, but I made pretty well. Not like amazing, but pretty well for my age and everything. Mm-hmm. But it was like, yeah, you're making money, and money's great, and all money pays the bills. But at the end of the day, are you happy? Are you coming home to your family and seeing your family? Like I see dudes all the time, people busting their ass and then never seeing their families and never seeing their wives. And that's how divorces happen. That's how people fucking kill themselves, because they're not happy because they're working. Like I always say, like, especially now, like I've been just thinking about it more often. Like, yo, live smarter, not harder. Like, you know, they say work smarter, not harder.
Exactly.
Just live smarter, not harder.
That's very true, actually. Yeah.
It's not about the whole $1 million. Like, yo, number one, you don't need that much money in this world to get. People say, oh, like, it was funny, someone recently put a post on Facebook, how much do you think you need to have an apartment, or whatever the case was? Like, what do you think you need in Jersey? Like, how much? And people were throwing some crazy numbers. I'm like, yo, you don't need that to really, like, maybe, right, like to have that, you know, crazy home or whatever.
I mean, it depends on how crazy the numbers were too. I mean,
what do you think? What's the number?
What, like monthly?
Yeah.
Yearly.
Yearly, annually,
To
live
live
comfortably.
To live.
in Jersey.
Yeah.
Just for yourself?
Yeah.
Are we saving money at the same time? Or?
Yeah.
Saving money.
I say you gotta make. I mean, I'm gonna think on the short term. I say monthly. You want to make at least 27. At least 27. Cover your bills.
2,700 a month.
Cover your
We're saying
bills.
27,000.
No, 2,700. Cover your
A
bills.
month, okay.
Cover rent for one bedroom. You know, and then you got an extra 1,000 or so to play with. Save 500, and you got 500 to blow. But it's really, it's still tight. Even with that, it's still tight.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would say 40 G's a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right.
40. Yeah, that's about. I'd say about that range too, between 40 and 50. You really don't. I don't think that much more. Like even if it's two people, you know, and you two are making like 30 and 30. You know, or 35 and 35 or 40 and 40. Y'all are good. Like, yeah, obviously everyone wants more, but, you know, people like we were talking about last time about The Minimalist. It's his documentary on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
You ever heard of it?
Yeah. I mean, not the documentary, but I know about...
Minimalism?
I know about the theory of it, yeah.
So, I don't want to get off into a tangent back into that, but basically, yeah, I mean, people get comfortable and people get into these jobs just because they're making so much money. And you don't want to be comfortable. Comfortable, I think, is very dangerous in all things, in relationships, in jobs, whatever the case is. Like friendships, you know, like sometimes you just get used to that person. You get comfortable with them, but are they good for you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get used to them. You may have a friend that y'all are like this, and you've been like this for years, but are they good for you? Are they gonna make you happy, or are you just used to calling them every day and being with them and you know, like stuff like that. Like everything. Comfortability is a danger zone because you're comfortable. Yeah. So you're kind of like comfortable is kind of like.
Yeah, I agree.
There's like a happiness scale of like a 1 to 10. You know? So when you're comfortable, you're kind of like a 5. Mm-hmm. You know? You got a 5. But man, at the end of the day, like you want to be purely happy. You want to be that 10. You know? You want to like get towards that. But people get stuck because it's okay, because it's a 5, because it's right there. It's in the middle.
I think, yeah, that's why I say when you get too comfortable, you have to analyze the situation and kind of ask yourself, like, am I challenging myself right now? Because, I mean, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can always learn. You're always growing. Like, no matter how old you are, you're always growing and learning from your life experiences. And, like, all money aside, like, even if you have to take a pay cut, even if you got to live on the fucking street, like, if you're getting too comfortable, close the door on something if it's not making you happy or getting you further or teaching you new lessons in life. Hold on, I just lost my train of thought. I think, you got to challenge yourself. Like, you got to live in shitty circumstances to learn these lessons. And you got to, like, your life is a journey. So if you want to get to a point where you're happy, you have to appreciate, you're not going to be happy until you've already appreciated the fact that you're not unhappy anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it makes sense. Maybe I explained that wrong. But you get the idea. Like, you're not going to be grateful and truly happy with what you have until you put yourselves in those positions where you challenge yourself to be uncomfortable, where you got to grind every day. You got to hustle and bust your ass and work your way up towards something better.
But you said that her job is stressful, right?
Yeah, I mean, she works at, so I'm not gonna say exactly where, but she works at a high volume restaurant, and you know, she makes really good money. She makes like on average on a decent day she'll make 200. That's like in 8 hours, and then I hear her. Some days she'll make 150, and she'll come home and say, "Oh, I only made 150 today." I'm like, bitch, don't you say that shit. There's dishwashers back there who are freaking hustling back there, making
minimum wage.
$80 for an 8-hour shift. And after taxes that you're not paying on your tips, after their taxes, he gets $65 for the day. And trust me, he has the hardest job out of all of you.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I think people get too... you know, if you get comfortable, you're at risk for becoming ungrateful. And if you're ungrateful, then you're not going to appreciate the things that life gives you. So,
I mean, we all get like that.
Exactly.
But she's comfortable with the money, but she doesn't want to pursue her career.
She wants to pursue her career, but all right. So it's not too specific. She's going into psychology. The field of psychology she wants to go into is research.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of different shit you can start out with in a psychology degree that can get you to the level where you start working for a company that you're doing research for. And I'm telling her, listen, you can't just like jump right out the gate thinking you're going to end up at the finish line. Like, you got to start somewhere. You got to work your way up. You got to get recommendations. You got to hustle. You know, you got to look for better opportunities within your company. Like, for all the stress you're dealing with at this high volume restaurant, being sexually harassed by a freaking creepy manager and dealing with long hours of dealing with shitty nitpicky customers, you know, you could sit at a desk, collect your $14 an hour, come home with $500 a week. Okay, you're not paying rent. Your parent, you know, she's got things taken care of, and she's not taking advantage of the opportunity to move on. And there's a lot of people out there who don't have that. So when you do have that, you cannot sit there and get comfortable and complacent and let yourself be ungrateful. Like, you gotta challenge yourself. You gotta go.
Does she have her degree?
Yeah, she got her degree. Yeah.
In psychology.
Yeah, 4-year degree, and then she has plans on moving on to her master's, PhD. I don't know which one is next, but she plans on getting her master's eventually, because in her field, if you actually want like a high paying job, you kind of have to have your master's. So she's got like another 6 to 8 years of schooling to go. But you gotta get your foot in the door.
Definitely.
You know, if
I'm a psychology major. We'll talk after the podcast. I'll hook her up with the website for the company that I work in. It's a great way to, you know, get your feet wet. And if she still wants to keep her job, you know, there's options. She doesn't have to cut off, because it's hard. If she's making that much money, like, it's hard to
downgrade.
Yeah, and I agree with her too. It is a pay cut,
but with this opportunity, she's able to keep both. You know, so we'll see. We'll talk after this.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds great then, actually.
It is tough though, to like, because I know that feeling, like, because those jobs, those restaurant things, I've been there, and they really get you nowhere. Because even the managers, they get paid shitty. Those managers get paid. Those managers are getting paid like $35,000-$40,000 a year to kill themselves.
Really?
Yeah,
really,
no, I know.
Really,
like,
they do. You know, it's something people don't really understand. Managers, they earn their fucking keep. Believe me. Because when the dishwasher calls out, they're the ones washing those dishes. Yeah.
And I just want to give a shout out to Bitch It's Emmy. She's watching us live right now on Insta Live. What we were just talking about is actually she does have her degree, but she's stuck because she's making really good money. So it's like, you know, she's not really happy because she's killing herself, but she's making really good money. So she's stuck with it. She's comfortable. So we're talking about being too comfortable. You know, being too comfortable in work and in life and in relationships and friendships, everything. How being comfortable can really kind of kill you in the long run. But hope you got that. I don't know how our connection is. Yeah. But again, shout out to you.
Oh, she goes for her master's. Well,
it's expensive to get that degree.
Definitely, it's expensive. I think nowadays you have to pay attention to how the economy is going, how like potential job growth in your field. I particularly think that in the psychology field, there's a lot of job growth in the upcoming years because, you know, everybody goes to the doctors. Everybody's like, oh, you know, you got to take care of your cholesterol, your HDLs, your whatever, all these numbers when you get your blood work. But nowadays, nobody's really listening to what about your mental health. And that's, I feel like it's becoming like a whole new epidemic. There's a lot of apps out there that's like, oh, you know, like therapy or whatever. There's us, we're doing the podcast. Like, this isn't something that like a taboo like it was before. I feel like people are now more able to have an outlet to talk, and it's, you know, covered by insurance now. If like I work in a really hard field, because of where I work, they give us therapy sessions. In school, if you go to school, they give you therapy sessions for free. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So people are now more like, okay, mental health is a thing. You have to take care of yourself mentally.
Yeah, it's being more open that also a lot of people need that too. Just like kind of like therapy, like what we're doing. Everyone needs some type of therapy. You know, everyone does need that kind of help. Everyone does need to learn a little bit more about psychology and how the body works and how the mind works. So
even therapists have therapists. So
I mean, just that whole field is definitely growing. Mm-hmm. It's not going nowhere. That's always going to be here. That's something like technology can't take. What are you?
A psychology major.
Psychology.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Dropping knowledge.
Oh, yeah. dropping knowledge.
She's holding back.
But a disclaimer, this has nothing to do with my degree. This is just like...
Yeah, because she's not an actual therapist.
Yeah.
So, psychology, but she's not a therapist, so it doesn't,
nope.
you know.
No, you can't sue me.
To be, yeah.
She knows how your mind works.
Something like that.
A little bit, you know.
I learned a couple of things. I think that everybody should take at least Psychology 101 or any psychology just to get, you know, your feet wet and to realize, oh shit, I'm in this person in a relationship, or like, oh yeah, I have friends like this and I am that person in the group, you know, to know yourself a little bit.
You see things a little bit differently.
Yeah, definitely.
When you start paying attention to things too, when you start paying attention to how people are and the way things are, like...
You can get your head out of your ass.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, you just start...
It's scary, actually. When you start to do that, when you start to analyze yourself, when you start to psychoanalyze yourself, it's like, you know, it calls into question how other people see you. And you're like, damn, is that really how people see me? Because that's how I'm seeing me right now, and I don't fucking like it. But I think that's good. Like I was saying, like, you gotta challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you gotta look into the human mind. Yeah.
Psych 101.
I took Psych 101 once, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't pay attention. I did it online. It's scary when you start... it's scary when you start analyzing everyone in your life. It is, but you need to do that. You need to analyze everyone in your life. Because like what we were talking about a minute ago, you have to, because if you're getting too comfortable...
Like me.
Right now. I mean, you know, like that comfortable is cool. But when you're getting too comfortable in life, shit is dangerous, man. But what I think she needs to do is, first of all, she needs to figure out if she even wants to do psychology. If she even likes that. That's the first bat. Before even leaving.
You ain't gonna be rich. That's for sure. Not in our field.
No.
Unless you're like super fucking human over here.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you also have an affinity for business and, you know, growing within a company and getting some kind of... But even that, it's rare, you know. It's more about schmoozing and who you know and that kind of thing, like moving on up the corporate ladder. But like, I don't know.
It is, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it is. we're not gonna get into that shit.
Yeah.
It's a different topic completely.
It's just the first thing she needs to do is to actually figure out if that's something she even wants to do. Because like I said, a lot of people just go to school because that's the norm. You know, you're supposed to go to high school, go to college, and then you have to pick a major. So people just kind of pick like now, like people are just picking things just because they sound cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, psychology is the thing now. I'm gonna pick psychology, or cooking is the thing. I'm gonna do cooking, or being a cop is the thing. I'm gonna be a cop. Like, but then again, like, is that what the fuck you want to do? Like, what do you really want to do? You know?
I think that's such a hard, like that. You're absolutely right. Like that is the real question. Like, but that's why I said before. Like, if you get too comfortable and you're feeling like you're not progressing, that means you don't know what you want to do because you're not making the steps to apply, you know, your wishes for something better to an actual action. You know, you got all these different avenues and you're not choosing one. And I think that's why you close a door and you kind of force yourself into a funnel where life tells you what you're good at. You know, you have to find out by trial and error and figure out what you like doing. Like, all right, let's just say hypothetically, quit your job, get kicked out of your apartment, live in a homeless shelter, start working at the soup kitchen down the block. You realize you really go with people. They like you. Start managing the place. You start working with people. Boom. You get some kind of assistance. Start going to vocational training or something to work with people at a homeless shelter. I don't know, just hypothetically. But the path is so unexpected. Like, you'll never see where you actually end up and what you might actually be best at doing in life. Because sometimes the thing that we're meant to do is not the thing that we initially wanted to do. So you kind of have to let life, you got to let life throw you some cards and see what you're dealt.
I agree. Definitely agree with that. Bitches Emmy just said many will attempt, only a few will succeed in that field, in the psychology field. And
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think it's tough. I think it's a...
Yeah, people can't have... People don't know what... That's just it's no joke. You know?
Just like nursing, too.
Yeah, I mean...
Because that's the thing now.
Yeah, that's another... I forgot. That's one of those things, like, oh, everyone wants to be a nurse, and everyone thinks, oh, they're going to be... Like, some bitches can't even handle giving blood. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
You know, like... Nah, for real. Some real shit, though, and then they want to be nurses. Like, you have to be doing the wildest shit. You got to be cleaning people's asses. Like,
oh, God.
You got to be doing the most craziest shit to be doing those jobs. So people just do them. And then they don't realize you gotta do something what you want to do. It gotta come from the heart. At the end of the day.
I don't know who said this, but you guys probably heard this. It was like, if you do what you love, if you work, what is it? If you
basically what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
Right. That.
Gandhi. Was it Gandhi?
I don't know about.
I don't know, man. Gandhi said all the good shit. I'm just saying Gandhi.
You can't handle taking blood, and I'm a nurse. That's funny. See, though, I knew that was something.
Damn.
See, nah.
Shots fired.
Nah, no shots. We actually gonna get her on here soon.
Yeah, she's always
Yeah, she's gonna be a co-host coming soon.
Oh shit, who's that?
You'll see one day.
Oh, okay.
Hello, is that bitch Emmy?
But yeah, being comfortable in that aspect, like I said. So first of all, she needs to figure out if that's what she really wants to do in life. And then go from there. And if she really wants to do it, she has to make that jump into whatever. Even if she's going to be making less, she has to maybe mark a date in her calendar. Like, okay, this day I'm going to leave my job. Because obviously, now you get bills and shit, you got rent. So, you can't just sometimes just leave up like that. You want to make sure you have a nice little stack. First, like, maybe make your money a little bit. Cut out things you're doing. If you're going out on the weekends to the movies, stop going to the movies. Put that money aside so you have a nice little stack.
Well, not to interrupt, but speaking of financials, she's got plenty of money saved. I'm not going to throw out an exact number, but she's got enough money where she could get a mortgage on a house right now if she wanted to. And she doesn't have to pay for rent or anything. She pays for her food expenses, bills, and shit like that. But as far as rent, she's pretty set. So most of the money that she's banking is going straight in the bank.
So it's being saved.
And that's good.
So right now she can quit today.
Exactly. That's my whole
like
point.
Realistically, she can
exactly.
quit today and then give herself. What do you think? A year?
A year, and she could still get a mortgage on a house after that year.
I'm about to go waitress.
No, you make. That's where the money's at.
But you know what? We're not all that lucky where we got parents who are set to take care of us like that. So I think what kind of irks me about it is that she's not taking advantage of the opportunity that she has to grow. Yeah. I don't know. May speaking of psychology, I don't know exactly what's going through her mind either. And it's good we're having this discussion, so maybe we could try and figure it out. But like he said, I think one of the things is you have to ask yourself why you don't want to close the door on something. Just money is not the only reason. Like, sometimes I think it might be fear too, fear of change, because once you're set in your ways of getting up for the same schedule for several years at a time, that is a big change, and it's pretty fucking scary.
Yep.
Personally, I thrive off change. I love change, because every time something changes, I learn something new and I grow a little bit. But some people like the uniformity. They like the routine.
They like being comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think?
Who doesn't like being comfortable?
Oh yeah, I mean, I like routine. I do. I'm always constantly changing though, but routine, like I wish I could stick to a routine because it makes things better, like easier for me to up and do it. Like Joe knows this. On Wednesdays, like without hesitation, I do laundry. No matter how many clothes or what, Wednesdays is the day, and I do it, and it's such a freaking chore. But now that I've gotten to it, I've been doing it for months now. It's like, all right, I'll brush my teeth in the morning. I do laundry on Wednesdays.
It's like a sense of short-term accomplishment.
Exactly.
You know, like when you have a routine, you set a short-term goal. Okay, so I gotta do this by such and such time. I did it. Boom. I made it happen. That's my short-term goal, and it's a short-term accomplishment. But short-term is the key word in that, you know. I'm done with that idea. I don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, no, I know. It's tough, man. People just need to sit down because, their time is valuable. Everything they do. At the end of the day, they just have to really figure out. They have to figure out what they want. And go for it. I said the steps are going to come. Once you start doing, like we've said before, the steps will come. You have to figure out what you want and then just go after it. You can't be wasting no time because every time is valuable. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to get tomorrow back. So just figure out what you want, handle it, and just go about it. And once you start going about that, it may sound crazy to you. It may sound big. It may sound nuts. Like quit your job tomorrow and then try to find a fucking psychology job. But guess what? At the end of the day, if that's going to maybe make you a little bit more happy at the end of the day, it's going to make you a little bit less stress-free. You got to do it. And those steps of getting that job and being where you want to be will happen. It's natural. Natural for steps to happen.
So, I mean, what do you guys think, like, you should do in a situation where, you find yourself already set on a path towards something, but you think that you might not actually want to do it? Like, what would you do in this situation, Like, because it's a catch-22. Like, you either go down the path and you make your money, but you hate your life, or you either take 4 steps back and you wasted all that money that you invested into that path. So, I mean, what do you really do in that situation?
It all depends on what's going to make you happy.
How do they find that out without wasting?
They need some soul searching.
Yeah, like.
So she either got to take a few days off, stop hustling, trying to get that money, and see, what am I getting all this money for? Why am I working this hard? Why am I saving all this? Like, what is the end game? Yeah. I feel like if you get caught up in all that extra shit, then you lose track of what you're really working for and what's really gonna mean something to you. Like, I was working 60, 70 hours a week at Dunkin' Donuts back in the day, and I was like, why the fuck am I working so hard? And then I quit my job. I didn't have anything left, and I was probably making $50, $60 a week, and I was so happy. And I'm like, why the fuck was I working so much? And then you realize, like, it's not the money. And you see all these fucking celebrities and rich people, and they're all, like, sad and going to rehab and shit. So it's not money. Yeah.
It's not. You have to be happy, and it's not. Money's not the thing, And if it's not one of those two things, if it's not psychology and it's not the waitressing, then it's something else. Then you just have to really, like... If some people, they'd be afraid to admit that they failed. Like, not fail, like, okay, maybe that they wasted their time getting a degree. Yeah. Like, they got the degree, and then they're freaking out because they're like, they don't want to, like, they don't want to, like, let's say they want a tattoo. They don't want to all of a sudden risk their shit and be a tattoo artist because everyone's going to look at them like, hey, don't you have a psychology degree? Yeah. Like, family, everything. Yeah. But you know what? You just have to, at the end of the day, man, you lay yourself in your bed by yourself or maybe with another, but at the end of the day, it's yourself. You really can't count on nobody else. It's you at the end of the day. It's kind of stays wrong, but fuck everybody else. Fuck what they think. You got to do what's going to make you happy at the end of the day. You have to fuck everybody. Fuck what they think. Fuck if you have a degree and then people start looking at you like, why you... Like, people look at me all the time like, yo, you went to school for hospitality restaurants. Why you not doing that? Yo, for me, it's because that shit, I'll always have a job. I covered my ass now.
Yeah.
I'll always,
you always have a fallback position. Exactly.
I'll have a fallback for God forbid, because I can go in anywhere right now and get a restaurant job. Mm-hmm. But am I going to go doing that? No. If I don't have to, if I really don't have to, I'm going to do shit that makes me happy at the end of the day, to where I go home and I'm not stressing about, I should be stressing about other shit. Mm-hmm. You know, stupid shit. If a friend's sick, or if my cat is sick, some shit like that. That's the stuff maybe you stress about. Not about work or whatever. Like, nah, you got to limit the things that could possibly be stressing you out. You can't, like, were you stressing out over a job? Like, nah, it's not, life isn't, it shouldn't be like that.
That's very true. Great point.
I agree, definitely.
Yeah, I agree completely, yeah.
Come on, it's just not the shit, like, we waste our fucking mind, like, bugging out about stupid shit.
It's also the times we live in, too. It's like you were saying before, like the minimalist thing, like, I don't think human beings were really, we're not at the evolutionary point to where we're actually completely ready to handle all the stress of our daily lives in this world. Like, it's so many distractions and responsibilities that back in the day, yeah, you might have had to work harder and plow you might have had to plow your fields and sow your seeds like 10 hours a day, but that was all you had to worry about. That was it.
Yeah.
After that, I'm going to sleep easy. I don't have to worry about fucking IRS. I don't have to worry about taxes or none of that shit, and medical insurance. If you got sick, you die. All right, well, that's a fucked up that's a fucked up way to look at it, but like, I think, human beings were designed to be minimalists. We are animals after all, but I think the world's getting a little too fast paced. But that's making it harder for people to find out what they want to do, and it's maybe people want to live minimalist, and maybe that's another reason why people are getting too comfortable. But then, like you said, they see celebrities. They see these people making millions of dollars and being so successful, and it gives them it sets a higher benchmark that they want to achieve, so it kind of makes them feel less than,
constantly.
Yeah,
constantly.
We see it everywhere.
I'm not with everybody, but I think that's a big factor, because I see that all the time. I mean, I know that I can do more than what I'm doing right now, but I see people who fucking have every opportunity given to them and they don't take advantage of it. I see people who have had every opportunity given to them and they do take advantage of it, and they end up somewhere great in life.
But on that last note on being comfortable and all that, I mean, there's a lot to it. I can go on for days about that.
Yeah.
But on the last note, I am going to read something that I put up.
Please do.
Because I do think it was... And I thought about it, because I've seen the same shit. I've seen it a lot lately, too. Like, people complaining about stupid shit, and I'm like, it's just because you're fucking comfortable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or even I've caught myself in it, or whatever. So, I put it out there on Facebook, and I put it on the Instagram, but obviously I'll read it here, so whoever's listening, because we got people listening in, like, fucking China and shit, so.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
Yeah, random places, so. A couple of people hit me up after I put it, like, friends of mine. I'm not gonna say any names, but they were like, yo, that was dope, and that actually made me think a little bit differently. So, what I put was, are you truly happy or are you comfortable? Whether it is your finances, career, relationship, your body and health. You may be content, but are you really happy to the fullest? We make our own lives. Stop wasting time being comfortable and make a plan for overall happiness. Pure happiness is not going to fall from the sky into your head. You have to work for it, grind for it, sacrifice for it, risk for it. You might have to take huge risks and alter your life to end up where you want to be, but it'll be definitely worth the reward. Take a second to analyze your life and where you are in life. Everything is so fast-paced, we work and move on to the next thing so quickly, now that sometimes you get caught up and forget about what you're actually doing. You have to grind and hustle to get where you are, but you cannot lose yourself in doing so. You may be at a job that gets you by, pays the rent, but is that all you want? Sit and make a plan to figure out how to get where you want to be in your career and financially in life. Do you have a lover and it's a good time invested, but are you generally happy? Taking a step away from the relationship might open amazing doors in due time. Same with health. Just because you haven't been admitted to a hospital doesn't mean things need to be altered. Each minute of your life you'll never get back. Each minute we are closer to death. Think about how you spent every one of your minutes. And just because time has been invested doesn't mean a thing. You plant a seed and it takes forever to grow. You're going to sit and wait for it to happen, or you're going to plant new seeds in a better location. Being comfortable is not being happy. So.
Yo. That was awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I just think
it's knowledge right there.
It is, yo. It's knowledge that people need to fucking wake up and see.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy because, like, I don't know what I want to do right now, right? Like, so speaking personally about my personal situation, like, I know that I was too comfortable in life being uncomfortable, if that makes any sense. I was too comfortable with the constant change of going from job to job and, just living my life and learning lessons from all the mistakes I was constantly making. But I was lucky, and I am so grateful that I'm still here and, nothing crazy happened to me despite 8 years of fucking around after high school. But, I just now got it, and I don't know where the fuck I want to go in life, but I know that I do want to be comfortable, but not uncomfortable. I want to be comfortable, but uncomfortable at the same time. Right, I need to constantly challenge myself and give myself new goals to achieve.
There's nothing wrong with it. You gotta keep chasing, keep grinding. But yeah, it's funny when you said that. It reminded me there was a lyric once in a song, and it was like, "You make me uncomfortable. You're gonna put me in a comfort zone." You make me uncomfortable. You're gonna put me in a comfort zone. Basically saying that you're comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
So what But man, you just gotta think about what you want, what makes you happy, that, and then just go for it and grind towards it. I mean, sometimes it doesn't happen overnight. You just have to start doing the things that you feel make you happy. And also, whatever makes you happy, there's money to be made with a lot of different shit, especially now in 2017. There's ways to make money doing a lot of shit. So if you like doing something, there's a way to make money, make $1 out of it.
Speaking of that, you're absolutely right. I mean, speaking of that, you gotta find. I mean, nowadays I think it's hard for people to find out what makes them happy because of all the distractions we have in our society. We've got smartphones with apps and games and Facebook and Instagram and TV and movies and people are going to school and going to work. But how much free time do people actually have to sit there and pursue a hobby, I mean, people get bored so easily nowadays that they never... It's kind of rare that you see a young person pursuing, a genuine hobby and then taking it to the next level. Me, I like sitting around sometimes and being bored because something I read on Facebook. It was like a study. It was a study from some kids in Norway, and it said that you need to cut your kids off from having social media distractions, having video games and shit, at least for some period of time during the day, because
the same thing you showed.
being bored is what allows you to think about things and allows you that introspection, so you can kind of think about the outside world and you can find out, you get bored and you start coming up with ideas. You look at the wall and you start asking yourself, well, I wonder why they built that frame like that and not like this. And then you start asking yourself different questions about different things and you think a lot more. And I think if people had more time to think without being pressured to think, they might discover what they like to think about is what they are good at in life, and that might be something they want to pursue. All right, that might have been a random tangent.
No,
that's sorry guys.
No, it's
long week.
That's very smart.
Yeah, that's like a high thought though.
Not really. I don't think so.
It might be a high thought because I literally feel high after sleeping 10 to 12 hours in the past week. So, but I think that helps me. I think that helps me think about things a little better too. So,
no, I think it's a great analogy, and the thing is so true. Like even me, since I started doing Uber full time, I have to just think sometimes and not be on my phone every 5 seconds, and you just have time. It's like people in jail. A lot of times people come out. And you know how many times, they just have no choice. They don't have phones. They're in jail. They fucking...
Shit, yeah.
Well, what I mean. It's just when you have no choice, or like when people are in a fucking hospital bed, and they're just sitting there and like... You see, people start coming up with things. People... You need your mind needs that.
Yeah.
We do have one last thing to go over. We actually have a caller. We're going to call them in.
All right.
But they're not going to...
Talk?
No.
So, how does it work?
We're going to talk to them, and then if we have questions, we're going to text the phone.
Okay.
So, let's call them up. All right. So, I'm going to go over the question, what they said to us. It was actually pretty interesting. And I know a lot of females go through this. All right. So... Okay, I met this basketball player during the summer. He came to New York for 1 week only. We kind of hit it off and been talking ever since. He lives in North Carolina, though, so we just video chat and text. Now he's overseas in Madrid and wants me to come out there for a week. Now here's the problem. I want to go, but he's trying to pay for my flight. And he wants me to stay with him. I don't want to do that. So I asked, okay, but why not? Because if I go, I'm going to be indebted to him. If I go, I would want to pay for myself and have my own room. I'm going to be in Spain not knowing anyone but him and staying with him. What if shit don't go good with him when I get there? And then I'm out, I'm out of my ass in another country.
I mean, personally, I think if you feel like you have a good connection with them, then you got to ask yourself, why are you afraid to at least give it a shot? Because here's the thing. If you do have the money to take care of yourself as a fallback, then listen, go hang out with him, meet up with him first off. Don't just go straight to a room and stay with him, Meet in a public place, have some dinner, get to know each other.
Well, they met already.
Oh, okay.
Because the first thing is, okay, I met this basketball player during the summer. He came to New York for 1 week, and we kind of hit it off. So they've chilled.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, in that case, it works in my theory anyway. I'd say go out there, try and pursue this opportunity, and then if things don't go well, then worst comes to worst, you've got your own resources to fall back on. Don't deny yourself the opportunity because you don't want to get shackled into something. Nobody's saying you have to, but by staying with him. Does she mean stay there, or?
Well, yeah, because it's in Madrid, it's in Spain, so
basically, he wants her to stay there, and not go back, or does she mean stay? Because I'm not really sure what she means by that.
I think no, for a week. She said now he's in overseas in Madrid and wants me to come out there for a week, go out there for a week for vacation.
Fuck it, go.
Yeah, go, girl.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
Yeah,
that's Madrid,
pursue the opportunity. I'm sorry, he's a basketball player. You met him, you hit it off. Go out there and have fun. Shit, why deny yourself the opportunity to have fun? You can't. I mean, what do you got to lose?
She just wrote, yes, he'll be there for 6 months and has his own home. He wants me to stay in for a week.
Okay. So when you say you don't want to be indebted to him, I don't want to assume anything, but does that mean sexually?
Probably. I mean, I think that's what she's thinking. I mean, if he is, that's what he's thinking. As a guy's point of view, if he's telling you to go out there, because also remember, you got to remember what these dudes. He's a basketball player, ball player, Mm-hmm. He could still be a great person at the end of the day, but you got to know. I mean, it's going to take you a minute to figure out where his head's at. It's going to take you some time
Yeah.
She wrote sexually, yes, and also having to be with him 24/7. I mean, yeah, pretty much, because also, you know.
I mean, you're in Madrid, Spain. I mean, you can be with the guy. Well, technically, you're asleep for about 7 hours a day. So let's call it 17/24. All right, so go out and do stuff with him. You know, feel him out and enjoy the sights. You're in one of the greatest cities in the world. You're in Madrid, Spain. Go out and enjoy the sights. Get to know the guy. See what he's into.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't want to go explore Spain by myself.
Yeah.
So I think that this is the perfect opportunity.
What I do have a question is, how soon is this going to happen? Like, is this like really soon, or is this like he wants you to come out in like 2 months?
Why?
Well, there's a couple reasons to it.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going with that.
There's a couple reasons. You might not
I
know.
know you're going with that.
There's a couple
I
reasons.
know exactly where you're going with that.
Well, what do you think?
All right, so my question is, and this is completely anonymous, so you don't have to, you can answer completely truthfully, and it's actually better for all of us if you do. So in the content of your video chats and your phone calls and text with them, is it more like conversation and personality based? Like, do you feel more of a physical attraction? Is it on that kind of physical level, or do you actually feel like there might be the potential for an actual relationship? Like, do you get along with him as a person? Do you guys share the
I think
same
it's that. I
values?
don't think this person would just go over there if it was just.
Okay, all right.
I don't think she would.
Are you afraid that he might just be, are you afraid that he might just be playing you out? And
Yeah, she says she actually likes him. Like, I mean, really, the only way to find out is going over there, and
you gotta take that risk.
yeah,
honey.
you gotta take the risk, but also you do have to remember what these dudes do, and this is, I mean, this is their life. They're not. You gotta be careful. I mean, you really gotta set your eyes and know, like, this could be it. You could go, like. These dudes, they have a million side pieces. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, I know this girl. She was in the same predicament. But the thing was that she had a boyfriend. And she stumbled upon a party where celebrities were because she's hot. Her best friend is hot. She got invited, and her best friend's a little thotty. And they thought, by association, that her friend would, like, the girl would do the same thing. Long story short, she ended up hooking up with a celebrity, fucking word. And he was like, hey, I want to fly you out to California, come. But she's like, yo, I'm here, I have a boyfriend, but yet I'm young, and, I know that's all he wants is sex, but, she's really young, and she's like, hey, should I take that opportunity? And I was like, psh, fuck it. Like, if you already cheated on your man, and it looks like there's nothing there, there's nothing holding you back, fuck it, why not? And I'm not saying, like, go dot yourself out or whatever and, like, make yourself a stereotype and shit, but I mean, if the opportunity's there and if you're feeling him and he respects you at the end of the day and the feeling is mutual, then fuck it.
I think it's also like where you're at in life too. Like how old are you? Like, you gotta ask yourself exactly what you're looking to pursue out of the relationship too. If you're looking to have fun, but it doesn't seem like that. I think her situation is she wants to pursue something real with the guy, and I think she has a genuine level of concern about being played out.
Being used.
Oh, exactly.
Well, of course, you don't want to go over there to waste your time, but you're really playing with fire because, let's just say, because also one thought I had on it was, okay, you tell him, nah, you know what, I'm going to waste some time, and then maybe I'll go out and see you, another time. Like, try to play him like that, like, kind of like, but you can't do that, though. You can't, because honestly, if he's just using you as a side, he can give a fuck. He'll just call somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like when people have it like that, like obviously they do, like those celebrities and shit, like.
But I don't know. I mean, she saw him in the summertime, and they still talking. I said something, you know.
Yeah, no, definitely, it definitely does. But I mean, not the way it is nowadays with fucking phones and shit.
I mean, similar to what you just said. Like, I feel like you keep the upper hand on the situation, you know, because he's obviously he's a busy guy. All right, he's traveling around playing basketball. He's going to Madrid for whatever. I don't even know for what reason, but whatever. He's going to Madrid for 6 months. Sounds a little weird if he's a basketball player. I don't know why he's going there, but okay, that's besides the point.
Nah, they do something. Well, in the off season, they play in other countries sometimes.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. So, I mean, I think the whole point is that he's obviously interested in you, and you've been. Here's another question we need to know: how long has it been going on with the? When did you first meet him?
Summer.
Over the summer. So you guys have been video chatting and texting for about 6 months, 8 months or so.
That's a long time.
Okay, so that's a long time, exactly. So he's obviously interested in you. You know, if I just wanted a piece of some pussy, and I'm not getting the pussy, I'm not gonna keep on video chatting you and texting you. If that's all I want, I'm not gonna waste my time to continue doing that.
I'll just get a girl in Spain.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in fucking Madrid.
Yeah, but
I'm
some
a
people
basketball player.
just
You think I'm not gonna get
no.
it?
Some people just because they're millionaires like that, they have insecurity issues.
So what do you? So hypothetically,
like
if he was trying to use her and play her out, like what would his motives be?
Not motive. It's just that it's like he isn't. Maybe whatever he like. I don't know. It's just it's such a touchy thing to where it's gonna take you so long to find out if he's real.
Well, I think that's with anybody too, you know.
No, but with that, way more though, way more, because they're a celebrity and you're not.
But I think
that's
you're
why
also
that's why celebrities always go with celebrities. That's why you don't really ever see a celebrity with a non-celebrity. It's because they know, like, you know, like.
I think that could also be a stereotype, though, too, man. I mean, honestly,
no, it is.
Celebrities are celebrities not because, you know, them getting all those girls and stuff is not indicative of anything as a celebrity. There's plenty of people who go out there who fucking have no money and they bag girls all the time. Just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean that you're gonna have side chicks and all that. Maybe he really does want something real.
No, you're right. That's what I'm saying.
You
You don't,
because a celebrity is just a person who worked hard at a certain skill that they have that's better than anybody else. That's all they are.
Yeah.
And some people, you know, no matter where you are in life, there's loyal people and there's people who want to just play people out.
She wrote that he's not really a celebrity. He's not a no name. But my question is, does he play for the NBA? So that's just on it. Like if it's the NBA, it still don't matter. Like you just got to be, I think, extra careful with that. Like I get you. There's obviously a lot of real people and generally good guys. You know how they're playing and shit like that. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying it's gonna be a lot harder to find out versus, you know, John from fucking 8th Street.
You know, I still think
it's Pro Bowl, but not NBA.
I think she should pursue it. I think he should take the risk and you know keep your guard up just a little bit. But I still think you don't know what could happen. You can't deny yourself the opportunity to find happiness just because you're afraid. I think you should take the risk, go out there, enjoy yourself. And if shit blows up, guess what, girl? You're in fucking Madrid and you got your own money to get a hotel, and there's plenty of guys in Madrid. So,
well, yeah, you got to go over there with
go have fun.
You have to go over there with a little stack.
Yeah.
You have to go because let's just say, God forbid, the first night you're out of there, kicks you out, whatever. You got to have the money for a hotel room for the rest of your stay, for food, and for a flight back.
Yeah.
Just in case, you got to have that.
Yeah. Worst comes to worst.
Yeah, you can't. So then, I mean, what's the worth? You know, what's the risk then? You go over there, fuck it, yo. You like.
And then if shit goes good, you got all that money that you can blow on going to do all that cool shit out there.
Yeah.
You know? You can take him out to eat. Blow his mind.
Hey.
I'll be right back.
What do you think about that?
I think she should go for it. Definitely go for it. Young, you travel. I wish I could travel everywhere and anywhere.
Get it done.
Especially if she has somebody like they're hosting, would be the word.
What you mean?
Like if she has somebody there hosting, you know, like, all right, I'm gonna go get on this plane, go to a whole different country. I have no idea where to go, but there's somebody there like that's gonna, you know, house me and host me. You know?
Yeah. Also, another idea, too, right? You gotta find someone like one of your homegirls. Now, I don't know if a girl would do it. A dude would do it. Shit, I'll even do it. Yeah, you give me enough time in advance. I'll go out to Madrid just in case shit fucks up. You know what I'm saying? And then we chill. Fuck you, I need a vacation. I'm always down to go. Or you gotta find one of your friends to go out there. Someone that could do whatever they want. That's why I asked how soon. But you answered me and you said it depends when you get your passport. So, like I said, that's another option what you could do as well. Just in case if you're feeling nervous taking a plane out there and all this and that, you could get one of your, your homeboys or maybe a cousin or friend or whatever. Try to get them to go out there to Madrid. And then if shit fails, guess what? You got a homie in Madrid. That's an option as well. But off that, any other questions with that you might have for us?
I'd like to ask her if what we just talked about actually like helped her get some perspective on the situation too,
Yeah, let us know if it helped you at all. If it give you a little piece of something.
But I say go have fun, go nuts, go have fun. That's it.
No, you guys pretty much covered everything for real. Thank you very much, and you got my info. So anything else about it that you want to talk, let me know. All right. So we'll definitely keep in touch.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Take pictures if you go.
Damn right.
Yeah. All right, that was awesome shit. I want to go to Madrid. I'm ready.
Right? I wish I had a basketball player willing to fly me to Madrid. I don't care. I'll go.
All right, so there's another question. Last one to finish up our podcast for tonight. Right. Basically, the person what they're saying to me is, this guy my girl used to mess with keeps sending her Snapchats. Nothing crazy, just of his dog.
Wait, what? This guy, what?
This girl.
This
guy my girl used to mess with. Keeps sending her Snapchats. Nothing crazy, just of his dog. I was never really jealous because I trust my girl 100%. But to me, it felt disrespectful. She ended up deleting him. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was a jealousy thing and didn't understand that I wasn't really jealous. I just felt like I was being disrespected. Also, so she thought it was a jealous thing and didn't understand that I wasn't really jealous. I just felt like I was being disrespected. Not from her allowing a line of communication to be open like that with him. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't have minded if it was once in a while, but I saw his name on there more than I felt comfortable with. I know she wasn't entertaining him like as if she was cheating or anything. Mm-hmm. They are just friendly, I know that, but I just don't feel comfortable with that.
Okay.
I've recently dealt with this, actually.
So she doesn't know that you felt disrespected. She feels that it was more of a jealous thing?
Hold
on 1 second. Let me see.
I mean, I could understand, like, if I was in that situation, I would feel more disrespected by the dude.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
I'd be like, dude, why are you texting my girl? Like, you straight disrespecting me right now. Like, stop texting me.
Especially
it's not
since
girl anymore.
they did something.
Yeah.
I mean, but if she went and blocked him or deleted him or whatever, like, why is this still an issue?
That disrespect is not gonna go. He still feels it.
It's between.
It's the fact that she did it on. Did she do it before or after he had said something about it? Because if she did it before, that says, okay, well, she's not beat for that bullshit, and she doesn't need me to sit there and be her higher authority, so to speak. But if she did it after he said something, then I can understand where he's coming from. Like, oh well, if I didn't say nothing, you would have continued talking to him. But he even said that she wasn't really indulging it. So I mean, I think I need a little more perspective on this situation.
Right. Yeah, he can't really talk right now. I mean, I get it though, because it was like you trust her, but you felt the disrespect. I'm saying from the dude, or maybe from her that she didn't say anything. I don't know, because I can kind of see where he's coming from this.
Oh, so she never even. So it's the fact that she never even mentioned in passing, like, oh, one of my exes keeps messaging me, like, God, he's so annoying or something like that. It's just that she indulged it quietly, kind of thing.
Yeah, like so. I gotta write him this.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty open-ended situation. There's a lot of different ways that could go. I need more information on that. But I mean, just in the meantime, like I understand what he's talking about, because, like, me and my girl are pretty tight right now. We're not official, but we're pretty tight. So I give her the freedom to talk to whoever she wants. Well, that sounds fucked up. I don't give her any freedom, okay? She has the freedom to talk to whoever she wants. I meant the gist of what I was saying is, like, I'm not going to sit there and be butthurt if she's talking to somebody else. And that's a hard thing to keep myself in check over. But, when I'm over at her house and I see she's talking to people on Facebook or whatever it might be, I know just from knowing her for as long as I do that the only people she talks to on Facebook are ex-boyfriends and people she works with. At nighttime, she's not talking to people she works with. So it's usually an ex-boyfriend. But I also have that same measure of trust where it's like, you could do what you want to do, but if we're together and you're not going to give me more FaceTime than you're giving somebody else over a fucking phone, I like I said, I don't know the situation, but I think the jealousy, I can definitely relate to that.
But
even if it's not
I get him though. It's not jealousy. It's just it's disrespect, because it's like he said, he knows that she's not entertaining. Yeah, he said, not that she did tell me. I felt disrespected that she was entertaining him enough to be snapping her that regularly.
Why does he feel like just because
she doesn't really send snaps to guys?
But he was the one sending it to her.
That's what he's saying. So why are you replying?
Was she? I mean, in what context was she replying though? I mean, this is another.
I mean, we might not know, because Snapchat, this shit gets deleted.
Yeah.
But how do you know she was Snapchatting him regularly?
But seeing his name pops up all the time bothers me.
Pops up on what?
But why are you mad at her? He's the one sending it to her, and she went and she deleted him. So,
I mean,
well, now she did, because maybe shit was known.
Well, he said something, and fine, whatever. But I don't understand why he would go and feel some type of way if she wasn't the one sending it to him, or, we can't assume.
Yeah, we can't assume.
I mean,
he was just saying basically like that he felt that she must have been doing something to entertain the situation for him to keep writing.
That's fucked up.
Look, I'm gonna.
Fucked up.
This is my perspective. I think without any further information than what we're already given, and based on what I'm hearing, I think there's something else going on in this relationship that you're not telling us that makes you a little bit suspicious about her, and that's just based on my personal experience. Maybe things are not as good as they used to be in the beginning. Maybe you guys are. I don't know what the situation is, but there's got to be something else going on in this relationship that is making you feel this way about something that's actually relatively minuscule. Because this is 2017 now. People are sending dick pics to each other on Facebook and they don't even fucking know each other. So just because some dude is Snapchatting your girl because he's her ex, okay, so he's a fucking idiot who doesn't get it. She's taken. He's trying way too hard. Whether your girl deleted him before or after.
Well, it's not an ex, it's just some dude.
Even better. That means that you have nothing to worry about, brother. You need to, no offense, you need to man up, put yourself in check, realize that your girl did the right thing, whether you told her to or not. She did the right thing because she respects you enough to do so. And, you got to analyze what's going on in your relationship that makes you feel that type of way. And it might not be jealousy, but you also have to nip you have to face your own insecurities, man.
Yep.
That's it. You know, you got to face your own insecurities,
Yeah.
because we all have them. And when we don't face them, that's when it becomes worse and worse and worse. And your insecurity builds to jealousy, and your jealousy builds to anger, and your anger builds to hate. And then you just blow up and you lose the best thing you ever had.
And that's not sexy. If
Exactly,
you're insecure, that's gonna lead to what you're afraid of. And just because he's snapping her regularly doesn't mean that she's doing anything. I know people who put shit on their story and then go and they send it to me, and I'm like, dude, this shit's on your story. But you know, there's people who do that.
Yeah.
Oh, who like send it to multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got that, because
I mean,
I think people do that by accident. I don't know, because sometimes people be sending me shit on Snapchat, and I'm like, I don't think you meant to send that to me.
Oh yeah. I send it to people like that I'm really close to, and I'm like, yo, you gotta see this like now.
So they know, that they saw it right now, so they get the personal. Yeah.
But see, what he's basically saying is that like she won't even do Snap like that. Basically, like he's saying like she won't even fuck with it, and she keeps seeing his name pop up. And then also, you could kind of feel funny because the way Snapchat is.
Because he doesn't know if she's sending anything back and forth. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I get a funny feeling like, how do you keep seeing his name pop up? Are you going through her messages? Are you going through her phone?
No, he just said...
is she receiving these Snapchats right in front of you? There's a lot of background information that we need.
She said, I don't go through her stuff, but if she shows me stuff on Snap, I see his name. Oh,
so she has nothing to hide if she's going
showing, yeah.
I mean,
and she doesn't even have like the
like. I guess if you like, because when when you're that open, like I've been here, you just like press your phone and you just see it recent. Like I guess you'll see it at the top, meaning that the conversation was flowing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you see your message underneath and then you see their name on the top, that means they just wrote to you recently.
Yeah,
I don't know how the Snapchat shit works.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Like I don't know.
But you know what I mean? Like you can
this is
tell.
Why I don't. So.
But you could tell that if it was recent, basically.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying like I keep seeing it there, and you feel disrespected that she kept entertaining it. Like not, well, she was saying something like, and if it's of the dog, like.
Well, I mean, at the same time, I mean, everybody is their own person, like just because some dude is sending pictures of a dog,
right?
It's not his dick. She's not sending. I mean, as far as you know, she's not sending titty pics and shit like that. Like, everybody's their own person. Like, you got to give them space.
If she had something to hide, she wouldn't even be showing you any Snapchat, anything.
I agree.
That does make a good point. Like it would have been deleted a long time ago. Or like if you happen to see it multiple times and you saw his name there, I think it would really be nothing to hide because she wouldn't.
And you see it multiple times, aka she's not hiding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense, she's not hiding it. So.
And you got to kind of see how she is too. Like if is she friendly? Is she that type of girl? Because there's some girls you can kind of know. Like I've dealt with some females, and you're like, I know they're just not having a regular conversation with somebody on Snapchat. But then there's those girls that are just friendly like that. That could just be like replying to a story back and forth.
I talk to a lot of my friends on Snapchat.
Yeah, like you're, girls are allowed to have guy friends. Guys are allowed to have girlfriends. I mean, I think if I am going to go into psychology, I don't have a psychology major, but judging, based off the limited information we're given, I think something might have happened with the previous relationship that makes him cautious against these kind of situations. And I think, you got to recognize that.
What, in his previous relationship?
I mean, and
it could be anything.
Yeah, and either in any previous relationships, I think you got to recognize that you're with a new person now, and you got to try your hardest to accept the past and get over it, and not be so cautious that you're smothering somebody with relatively insignificant grievances, so to speak.
And is there something else that's making you think? Yes,
exactly. Like what I said before, I think you have to analyze your situation with with your relationship and ask yourself why you're getting, why you feel disrespected. Exactly, because like I said, you're not getting, you keep, how do you know it's pictures of the dogs? You know, are you looking through the snaps, or, I mean, how exactly do you know that it's the dogs?
Yep. And they say that
Maybe she
if you're like in a relationship and you're, I don't want to say you're obsessing, but you're like, yo, thinking about, okay, she's doing something or whatever. What are you doing? You know, they saying that if you feel some type of way, that maybe because you feel some guilty because you're doing something as well, and you're going through their phone and you're assuming shit because at the end of the day you feel guilty because you're doing it too.
Yeah, that could be that too.
That's a potentiality.
But I don't think this person. I know this person personally. I don't think they're doing anything. I just think it's like everything's good, happy relationship, and then you just keep seeing this fucking person's name. So you're like, what the fuck? Someone probably random, like, it'd be different, I think, if he knew, maybe he doesn't know that person like that. Like, if it was someone that he knew, like, remember what I said about how he was, is it cool to have, like, be friends with an ex? You know, it's like, same thing, like, just because it's not an ex, like, in relationships, you kind of have to keep your friends that are girls and boys off the rip, you know.
But you also want to know who your significant other is friends with too. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
You're friends with what's his name? Well, how come you never invited him over? Like, I want to meet the guy. Let's all hang out. Yeah. Oh no, we go to karaoke nights or or whatever. Like, that's a little suspect, and I could completely understand.
Yeah. It's like if it's someone if you know kind of who they are, and you like this, if you know them a little bit or you know of them, it makes it easier. But if it's just some random person that all of a sudden just started sending you Snapchats like that and they're writing back, that's what I'm saying. It's like what he said, like entertaining. It's like you're entertaining it. Like you don't even fuck with that person. Like why you write back?
Well, all right. On that note, I mean, if all right. So hypothetically, like I said, this is often very limited knowledge. I don't mean to make rash assumptions about anything, but hypothetically, if some random dude is messaging her and she is entertaining it, then ask yourself, I mean, is she not getting the attention that she feels she needs? I mean, there's different things that go into this. Like, some people just like having the attention. And if you get mad at her over that and you push her away, like Hitomi said before, you're just gonna push her into the situation that you're afraid of, and that's a slippery slope. You know, you gotta give her. I think you gotta give her the space, but also analyze. Kind of look at your own situation and how you're treating her and how your relationship is, and see what you can do better to hold on to her rather than scold her and potentially push her away. You know, try and go above and beyond. Do something really romantic for her. You know, fucking blow her mind. Make her heart explode. You know?
What if they do though? What if they do though?
Like I said, I don't know if they do or don't. I'm just, like I said, this is off of the limited information that I have. But I think that if she, I know personally, like, I have a significant other. We're not official, as I said. But if a girl is messaging me and I feel like I'm not getting the attention from that significant other, yeah, it makes me feel good. You know, I get that release in my brain. Oh, yeah, somebody likes me. Somebody's taking time out of their day to message me. I'll reply to them. Doesn't mean I want to go fuck them or anything, but, I like the attention. And she does the same thing. It's a human trait, but...
Maybe she thinks the dog is cute.
Yo, Tommy nailed it.
Yeah, it could be nothing at all, and you could just be like, because I do that shit too sometimes. Like, sometimes you overanalyze the situation, and sometimes you just overthink shit. You just gotta let shit flow. Like, it really, like, I catch myself doing that shit all the time. But I usually don't react. It takes me a while. At least as I've gotten older, I've learned, like, I have to, you have to kind of really watch for a while before you make yourself look like an ass. You know? Because then you might catch yourself and like, wait a minute, I was bugging. You know?
And then she's gonna be like, this sensitive ass dude.
Exactly. You know? So you kind of want to just maybe do it. But I get you. Like, it could like I could just imagine it. Like, I can imagine, like, there's just the one last time, like, y'all in the car together, and she's showing you a song or some shit, and you see Snapchat from fucking Billy Bob, and you're like, yo, get this Billy Bob out of here, yo. So, and then all of a sudden it goes tension, like, oh, what are you being jealous for? So I could see it, but sometimes you just have to maybe hold, you know, grind your teeth a little bit, and just think outside the box.
I mean, I agree, man. I think the point is, like, you're afraid of getting hurt and how that feels. I think, you know, until you actually get hurt, enjoy what you got, and that's it. Because if you enjoy what you got and you give her space, and she's not actually hurting you, you have zero foundation of evidence that she's doing anything untrustworthy or disloyal. Enjoy what you got right now, and you know, unless you guys are married and shit, you know, I don't know if you're married or not, but even so, you can't. It's kind of like pre-crime, you know, like you can't judge somebody for something that you think they might do.
Right.
You can only judge somebody based on something they actually do. So until she actually does something wrong, I don't think you really have that much of a right to jump down her throat about anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Like that song from Keisha Cole, I Should Have Cheated. She's like, you treat me like I'm cheating and you think I am, so I might as well do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No. And how that goes, yeah, it's like you keep on doing it, but I get it though. Like I said, I get kind of why you felt like that, you know, like someone out of the blue, like you just keep seeing messages go by for maybe a couple days or a couple weeks, and you're like, whatever the case is, you know, you feel some type of way. But hopefully what we said, hope it helps out. You know, and obviously we you know, next time we would need a little bit more. We need to actually talk to you, pull some information. But hope whatever we did cover helped.
Yeah,
I hope so too.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I don't know if you guys are doing a future episode. If you have any more background information or any more developments on the situation, like, let him know, because I think there's a lot of background information that we don't have that we actually need to get to a solid
to a point. Yeah. So if there is anything else, if you're listening to this and you think you have any more to it, hit me up, and then, you know, we'll go off of it onto the next one. All right. Any last thoughts? Tommy?
Jesse?
Like I said, enjoy what you got and don't judge her for something she hasn't done yet, because you might push her towards something that she doesn't want, and you might lose something that you really do want. That's it.
Word. All right. So Jesse, what we do at the end of our show is you just promo something. Yo, if it's a restaurant that you really like that maybe no one knows about, or a song that you heard, or a fucking barber that's really dope, or whatever. It's just anything that you think that's dope that you may want people listening to know about. Shout it out.
All right, so I got two things. First off, come to TGI Fridays. What's up? That's where I work.
Ask for Jesse.
Which one?
Route 17, 378. Route 17 South, Woodridge, New Jersey.
Hey.
I'll be in there fucking Thursday through Sunday nights, and we got great staff, great deals going on right now. But fuck all that. There's a song, since you mentioned songs, I want everybody to listen to, called Music and Liquor by an artist named Wax. WAX. Just check it out.
Okay, what type of music?
It's rap, but it's real chill, and it's one of the deepest songs I've ever heard, and it really makes you appreciate what you have in life, because other people are going through some worse shit.
What's the name of it?
Music and Liquor.
Where can people find it?
Just go right on YouTube.
YouTube? What about SoundCloud or iTunes or anything? Or
he might have it on iTunes. I'm not too sure about SoundCloud. I don't really use SoundCloud too often.
Okay. Well, you can probably find it anywhere. YouTube it, Google it. Go listen to that. It's pretty dope. I'm gonna check it out. I'm actually got me interested in it. Yeah. Because you know me, I love my hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I always go to this place every other Friday with at work, and I didn't realize how freaking good these burgers are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys tried the Fireplace over at Paramus on Route 17. That shit is fire.
I heard about that. It is that good?
It is fire. It's called the
The
Fireplace.
fire is
some
at the
good
Fireplace.
They've been there for a really long time. It's one of those like places that's just part of the community type of thing. I know sometimes they have the bikers out there like meet, and it's just awesome. The food is great. The atmosphere is awesome. The people are so nice, and the burgers there are fucking amazing.
The Try Burger?
No, try a burger. There.
Oh, try it.
Okay.
I thought that was something.
What you mean Try Burger? Is that a triple patty? Like, what's
Yeah, I thought it was like that too, yo. That's
Maybe
funny.
you never know.
Maybe they have a burger called the Try Burger.
Let me know.
All right. So what I want to give a shout out to is it's actually a YouTube channel. It's really dope for anyone that's into sneakers. They do all this unboxing of the sneakers, give reviews on sneakers, show the newest ones, and like this girl does it. She does it really dope. She does it fun. The name for it is I Love Jordans, but it's spelled with 2 I's. So I love Jordans. Check it out. She actually put one up called Yeezys or what? It's pretty dope because don't they look like Yeezys? Mm-hmm. But they're not.
Oh, okay.
See them?
Exactly. They're not Yeezys. I would have never known because I don't know shoes like that.
I don't know what Yeezys are.
But if you are into sneakers like that, it's a really dope channel to watch because she literally does one like I think she posts like once a week. She buys sneakers like literally every weekend. Like I don't know who does that. Like that's champ status. That's beast. But what's dope is because she buys the sneakers and then she makes a fucking video about it. So if you're looking to get a shoe or whatever, she'll give you like a little review or show you the actual shoe. Because a lot of times you see the shoe on fucking online, but you don't get to see everything.
I mean, does she wear them and try them out and let
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
how they feel too? Okay,
Yeah.
all right, awesome.
That's why it's pretty dope. Like you actually get to know like what you're buying. Because a lot of people now buy online and shit.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you want to know like how it's gonna fit or whatever.
That's dope,
So
actually.
Yeah.
So check it out. Two Eyes, Love Jordans. All right, check it out on YouTube. And that's about it, guys. Yeah. Thanks, Jesse, for coming.
Thanks, Joe, for having me. Hope to be here again.
Yeah, no, that was pretty awesome. Alrighty, Therapy Without a Degree, Chapter 9, signing out.
And let us know if you guys want to co-host, be a guest on here. You're always welcome to. Just let Joe know, let me know, and we'll see.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, yo. Also, hoodies for sale, $30 a piece. That's really not bad. That's $1 a day. For 1 month, to get a hoodie. And it's really dope. It's blue.
You sound like those
Fucking
commercials.
salesman. What a salesman.
What?
You know those commercials with the sad dogs? It's like, with just $1 a day.
No, for real. It's actually less than $1 a day because most months have 31 days. So under $1 a day for only 1 month only. Yes, that we said it here. Only 1 month.
For 98 cents.
Sound like the ShamWow guy.
You could get yourself a fresh hoodie. We have size coming in from small all the way to double XL or maybe even triple XL if you need it.
Does it come in different colors?
We could get different colors. Right now we're all blue, but we could see what we could do.
Oh, damn, man. I'm blooded out. I can't buy that shit.
You stupid as hell.
You heard it here first.